Today is Sunday, May 31st. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today at the Big Book, we are concluding, I believe, Chapter 9, The Family Afterward. We will read page 135. And we're almost done with the 12 and 12 tradition number 6. We'll be reading 158. And of course, read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope y'all are doing well this morning, my friends. Life is good over here. Once again, got a giant cup of coffee in my Star Wars mug. I'm feeling the Force this morning. And just happy, joyous, and free. Why? Because I woke up another day sober. Another day with my higher power. Another day to work the program and to live a life of integrity. And guess what? The fruits of all that is that I'm happy, joyous, and I love the word free. Great stuff. But speaking of great stuff, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading, we were talking about the family, or at least the children, and how in time they will see that he is a new man, and in their own way, they'll let him know it. So we are going to finish our time with the family afterward. We're on page 135 today. Whether the family goes on a spiritual basis or not, the alcoholic member has to if he will recover. The others must be convinced of his new status beyond the shadow of a doubt. Seeing is believing to most families who have lived with a drinker. Here is a case in point. One of our friends is a heavy smoker and a coffee drinker. There was no doubt he overindulged. Seeing this and meaning to be helpful, his wife commenced to admonish him about it. He admitted that he was overdoing these things, but frankly, he said he wasn't ready to stop. His wife is one of those persons who really feels that there is something rather sinful about these commodities. So she nagged, and her intolerance finally threw him into a fit of anger. He got drunk. Of course, our friend was wrong, dead wrong. He had to painfully admit that and mend his spiritual fences. Though he is now a most effective member of Alcoholics Anonymous, he still smokes and drinks coffee. But neither does his wife nor anyone else stand in judgment. She sees that she was wrong to make a burning issue out of such a matter when his more serious ailments have been rapidly cured. We have 3 little mottos which were apropos. Here they are. First things first. Live and let live. Easy does it. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on tradition 6. An AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. And if you recall from yesterday's reading, this distillery company wants to have an AA endorsement, and with good intentions to maybe educate the world about drinking responsibly. So they pick their man, and this man, to his credit, goes to the New York office to ask, hey, is there anything in these traditions that say I can't do this? So we'll find out what happens next on the first paragraph of page 158. At first glance, it did look like a good thing. Then doubt crept in. The association wanted to use our member's full name in all of its advertising. He was to be described both as its director of publicity and as the member of Alcoholics Anonymous. Of course, there couldn't be the slightest objection if such an association hired an AA member solely because of his public relations ability and his knowledge of alcoholism. But that wasn't the whole story. For in this case, not only was an AA member to break his anonymity at a public level, he was to link the name Alcoholics Anonymous to this particular educational project in the minds of millions. It would be bound to appear that AA was now backing education, liquor trade association style. 24 hours a day, May 31st. AA thought for the day. I shall not wait to be drafted for service to AA. I shall volunteer. I shall be loyal in my attendance, generous in my giving, kind in my criticism, creative in my suggestions, loving in my attitudes. I shall give to AA my interest, my enthusiasm, my devotion, and most of all, myself. Do I accept this as my AA credo? Meditation for the day. Prayer is of many kinds, but of whatever kind, prayer is the linking up of the soul and the mind to God. So if prayer is only a glance of faith, a look or a word of love, or just a feeling of confidence in the goodness and purpose in the universe, still the result of that prayer is added strength to meet all temptations and to overcome them. Even if no supplication is expressed, all of the supply of strength that is necessary is secured, because the soul, being linked and united to God, receives from Him all spiritual help needed. The soul, when in its human body, still needs the things belonging to its heavenly habitation. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be taught how to pray. I pray that I may be linked through prayer to the mind and will of God. Daily Reflection, May 31st. Readiness to serve others. Our society has concluded that it has but one high mission: to carry the AA message to those who don't know there's a way out. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 151. The light to freedom shines bright on my fellow alcoholics, as each one of us challenges the other to grow. The steps to self-improvement have small beginnings, but each step builds the ladder out of the pit of despair to new hope. Honesty becomes my tool to unfurl the chains which bound me. A sponsor who is a caring listener can help me to truly hear the message guiding me to freedom. I ask God for the courage to live in such a way that the fellowship may be a testimony to His favor. This mission frees me to share my gifts of wellness through a spirit of readiness to serve others. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading. It's some great stuff today. Man, that daily reflection hits hard. Readiness to serve others. And I think it was in the 24 hours a day talking about service work as well. And then, of course, in the 12 traditions, that we don't want other things to divert us from our primary purpose. Well, what is our primary purpose? To help the next suffering alcoholic to achieve sobriety. But going back to the daily reflection, the light, and they put light in quotes, to freedom, shines bright on my fellow alcoholics as each one of us challenges the other to grow. 100%. When I look out around the rooms of the fellowships, I see the miracle of sobriety all around me. The steps, and that's in quotes, to self-improvement have small beginnings. I like that. Have small beginnings. It's not like when we do the step that we're forever done with it. It's just the beginning, right? We keep practicing stepping on those steps. We keep practicing working on them. But I love this. But each step builds the ladder. That's another word in quotes. Out of the pit of despair to new hope. So each one of these steps are in order. And just like the big book says, one step at a time. Easy does it. Slow down and just focus on the step in front of you. I used to work for a cable company, and a lot of times I'd have to get my extension ladder up on a cable line, right? And if I was looking all the way at the top rung and I was in a hurry, I'm going to miss a step. I'm going to trip and I'm going to fall. I'm going to really get hurt. And I have. I've fallen off 2 or 3 telephone poles in my day. And I've lived to tell about it. It doesn't feel very good. But, it's one step at a time. Slow down. Concentrate on that one step. But, it's kind of nice when you just focus on one step at a time. The other 11 don't seem so intimidating. Just like I've always said with my math teacher, my mind would shut down when I'd see a giant math equation. So she'd just take that index card and cover up most of it and say, okay, solve this part first. Just don't worry about the rest. Just focus on this right now. Okay? All right, now let's move on. She'd slide the index card over. And before long, by taking it one increment at a time, I was able to solve that math problem, right? That seemed so scary at first. It's kind of how sobriety is, except I'm not the one doing the solving. It's my higher power. It's amazing. I just have to have some honesty. I just have to be open-minded and willing enough to put in the work and do what it takes. But anyway, going back through it, honesty becomes my tool. There's another word that's in quotes. To unfurl the chains which bound me. Has anyone else ever lied to themselves? Or buried the truth? Going, I don't need to talk about that. That's okay. I don't need to talk about that. And then you replay it at night. Nobody else? Okay, maybe it's just me. But, if I don't really get that out of my system by prayer and doing an inventory and talking to somebody about it and letting it go, it festers for me. So honesty becomes my tool to unfurl the chains which bound me, and it is bondage, the bondage of self. A sponsor who's a caring listener can help me to truly hear the message, guiding me to freedom. So for me, a lot of times, I hear my higher speak through people, whether it's my sponsor or a trusted friend in the program or anybody else for that matter. Then the last paragraph here, I ask God for the courage to live in such a way that the fellowship may be a testimony to his favor. So this isn't about me. This is about what my higher power can do through a program like Alcoholics Anonymous. This mission frees me to share my gifts of wellness through a spirit of readiness to serve others. So why am I still here? To carry the message to somebody else. To be of service. Beautiful stuff. But anyways, my friends, that's all we have time for today. I hope you all have a great one. Please know, as always, I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect or denomination. I am just a joyful drunk, honored to be in this lifeboat of recovery, and honored to be free today, this last day of the month of May. And that rhymed, and I guess I'm a poet and didn't know it. But just honored to be here. And honestly, I love to hear from you. If you want to send an email, bigbookdaily@gmail.com. I would love to share your experience, strength, and hope on the podcast. Nobody's written in with their story in a while, so I'm laying down the gauntlet here. Somebody, please share your story, and I would be honored to pass it on to who knows who's listening. I'm always surprised to hear from people from different areas of the world. That just blows my mind, and it's always a blessing to hear from anybody. And you can always give us a call as well. Our voicemail number is 865-309-5486. Again, that's 865-309-5486. Would love to hear from you. So my friends, I hope you all have a great one. And if we are given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.